Hi guys, it's Trish back with another project. This is going to be a super quick and easy project that anyone can do. We're going to be making a lanyard today, and we're going to decorate a lanyard. And we're going to be using our cute little glitter pumpkins from Dress It Up Buttons. Also our Tiny Rounds Halloween from Dress It Up Buttons. You're going to need a piece of scrap paper, whatever you have around that you like the colors of. Of course, your lanyard. Tool-wise, I'm going to use a wax tip pen. You don't have to. You can just use your fingers. I have a heavy duty cutter that I'm going to cut the shanks off with. If you have a heavy duty pair of scissors or anything like that, go for it. And then I just have a pair of scissors here that I can cut my paper round whenever I apply it. So let's get started. Okay, so we are going to need a glue gun as well. So you're going to want that heating up while you're preparing everything else here. So we're going to decide which one of our cute little glitter pumpkins that we like and we want to use. So I think I'm going to use one of the long ones for the center. And I'm just going to take my heavy duty cutters and I'm going to cut that shank off. Just like so. Now, after you cut that shank, you may want to put a dab of glue over that, which I will do here. It just kind of secures it in there to make sure that it doesn't come off, because these are made in pieces. They make in layers more so, and you don't want those layers to come apart. So while that's drying, let's move our other pumpkins out of the way. And we're going to take our paper and our lanyard, and I'm going to cut a piece of this that roughly fits on this lanyard, okay? We're going to trim it up more once we get it on there so it's very close to the shape that we want. Okay, and I can probably take off a little bit more here on the bottom. Even more. Okay, so now our piece of paper roughly fits over the size of our lanyard. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our glue gun and we're going to put glue all around the edges of our lanyard to make sure it seals down nice. And in the center, just to make sure that we have good coverage and it'll hold our paper on. And I'm just going to put our paper on there and I'm just going to press it down really well and just kind of rub it over that glue just to make sure that it's going to adhere well. You could also use ribbon. If you had some wider ribbon you could use, that would work great on this. You could paint it. You could paint the background as well. Okay, so now once that's on there, I'm just going to turn this over. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to kind of place them at an angle as I cut around this circle. And it's going to give me a real nice tight cut right up against that lanyard piece as I'm going around. And I'm just slowly moving it around, cutting that circle with my scissors. I'm going to kind of take a break there because it was catching, and then pick back up. And these are small, these are big scissors. You may be better off just using some tiny ones if you have those on hand, but the bigger ones will work if you don't. I just want to get that little piece. It's right there. And then I want to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to take my scissor in and cut close to the lanyard, an angle, and bring it around. Now that'll give us a rough coverage and we can look at it from the front. It looks a little rough here or there, so we can take our, it's going to be covered by buttons anyway, but you want it to be nice and even. You could also use textured scissors to cut around so you wouldn't even notice the edging. So I'm just making sure this is a nice shape for me. I'm going to cut a little bit here to get it a nice coverage. And this is just in case the background peeks through it all. We're going to cover, like I said, a lot of this with buttons. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take our glitter pumpkin and place that right in the center, because that's going to be our centerpiece on this particular lanyard. So I'm just going to take our hot glue on there and pop this in the middle. So so it's centered. We have lots of room to put our other buttons on. Okay, once that's glued in place, we're going to start placing our little Halloween rounds, our little round buttons. And all I'm going to do is keep my round buttons in a bowl. I have my wax tip pen here, and I'm just going to start placing dabs of hot glue on my piece, on my paper there. Pick up a button and place it on the hot glue. So like I said, you can't even tell that edge was a little off there. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a dab of hot glue and work around the edges. Place that button and just continue around. Okay, and I'm going to do it in a variety of colors. I think it's going to look really cute with all the buttons around the edges in different colors. And I want to make sure the round top is up because I like the way that looks. It catches the light a little better. And we're just going to continue this. The hardest job is just picking up the glue gun and picking up the pencil or the wax tip pen to put the buttons on. So this is a very beginner friendly project that anybody can do. And you can see in some places, you can see that paper. That's what I was talking about, those little spaces that the buttons don't fit in. And it looks much nicer because it has that background there. Okay, still working. So next we have purple. And I'm just doing the same pattern of colors the whole way around. We need a black. Make sure the right side is up. I'm going to flip that over. Go. And we're on to another purple. Oops. That is black. And I said purple. There we go. And then a yellow. Right, see if we can squeeze that in there. I don't know if we can, hopefully. So now that all our buttons are on, our project is finished. Simple as that, guys. Now, I do want to let you know that if you want to be sure that you're not going to get any of these bumped off, because I know especially in nursing, you're moving around a lot, you're very busy. You can put some resin over top of this. You can just pour some resin on it and cure it, and everything will stay perfectly in place there for you. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.